Tonight, Senate probes Nta audit report, summons Auditor General. Flood risk and prevention, Edo grapples with NIMET fresh warning. And NTA Edo Music Elders forge alliance to project music legends and African culture. A very good evening to you and welcome to Nta Benin News at 7. I am Udrakabong Achibong. The Senate Committee on Public Accounts has commenced an investigation of audit reports on the oil and gas industry between 2021 to 2023. The audit report submitted by the Nigerian Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative revealed that Nigeria spent 1.16 trillion naira on fuel subsidy in 2021, while another 1.20 trillion naira was deducted from the Federation crude sales proceeds. National Assembly correspondent Joshua Okunjide has the report.
During the hearing, the chairman of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMA FC, Dr. Mohamed Bello, further disclosed that aside the fuel subsidy, crude and product losses accounted for 16.20 billion naira, pipeline repairs accounted for 22.05 billion naira, and strategic stakeholding accounted for 6.75 billion naira.
And there is also a little bit of difference between the 80 report I think starts from February, from March here. So they are missing out January and February. But if you add it up, we come to a figure of 1.48 as against 1.61.
Issues surrounding the arbitrary transfer of funds without the legal signatories of the accounts were also referred to the CBN, among other concerns.
A frontier exploration escrow account was opened with CBN, and in February or so, the sum of $270 million in dollar and 272 billion in naira was taken from that account without the legal signatories.
Generally, we do not transfer funds without authority. We transfer based on a valid mandate or a court order or any legal backing. Yeah, that's the general, but we will respond to that issue by next week officially.
However, the Niger Delta Development Commission submission was stood down to enable members to study the report ahead of its reappearance next Wednesday.
Written letter from either one of them, Nigerian Revenue Service, any letter, any response, or Accountant General of the Federation, any letter, any response. So like these other ones, we have given them up to Tuesday to appear before this committee, or else we will invoke the powers of the Senate or the National Assembly to bring them to the hearing.
From the National Assembly, Joshua Ogunjide, NT News.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has again predicted Edo State as one of the states likely to experience flooding this year due to heavy rainfall and human activities. Eugenia Dubis in the support examines the flood risk and prevention measures in Edo State.
Flooding is the most frequent type of natural disaster. It occurs when excess water submerges land that is usually dry. The causes include heavy rainfall, storm surges in coastal areas, and blocked drainage channels. The impact is often devastating, leading to loss of lives, destruction of property, and damage to critical public infrastructure. In Edo State, flooding remains an annual threat with serious consequences for residents. Although successive governments in the state have introduced different strategies to mitigate flooding, the results have been minimal. Experts blame this on negative human activities, poor urban planning, and weak enforcement of environmental laws by relevant agencies.
What we are talking about here is that we're talking about the thermodynamics have been affected. Thermodynamics are the regulatory of the heat. It's a natural process that God has done. But man, claiming to be superstar, came out with technology and started puncturing this thing that God has done to regulate the heat. There's so much heat, we'll regulate it and bring it to normal. But now, that regulation mechanism has been punctured. So the full capacity now has been diminished.
Edo is not supposed to be flood prone, but that it has become flood prone is as a result of human activities, lack of protection of the environment.
To reduce the impact of flooding, residents and stakeholders are calling on government to revive and expand existing projects such as the water storm drainage project. They also want new designs that can accommodate the increasing volume of rainfall.
The first thing we must do as a people is to now go back and visit our physical planning and say, from today, our physical planning, let's go beyond the people. Let the physical planning go beyond the people's development. A location you have in mind, the development will be there in the next 10 years, go beyond it and map it out.
Anybody that is caught dumping refuse in drains or causing obstacles to the flow of water should be dealt with.
There is also a call for increased public enlightenment in both rural and urban communities to discourage practices that worsens flooding and to promote preventive measures. In Benin, Eugenia Ndubisi, NTA News.
And outside the state, Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevori has reaffirmed his administration's unwavering commitment to economic diversification, emphasizing that sustainable development can only be driven through strategic partnership with the private sectors and investors. The governor made this known at the closing session of the second day of the 2026 Delta State Economic and Investment Summit, where he described the event as a resounding success, citing the robust participation of investors, development partners, exhibitors, and key stakeholders. Susan Izu reports.
According to the governor, the summit would not have been successful without the support and confidence reposed in the state by participants from within and outside Nigeria. He assured investors that his administration would continue to provide an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, adding that the government remains committed to policies that will stimulate investment, create jobs, and expand the state's economic base. The governor reiterated the need for the state to reduce its dependence on oil revenue by attracting investment in agriculture, manufacturing, technology, tourism, and other productive sectors.
We cannot depend on only oil. No, we need to diversify. Let's get money from the oil sector, and invest it and diversify to create wealth for our youth, for our citizens.
In a panel discussion, agriculture, agro-business, and agro-industry, which is one of the thematic areas of the summit, was succinctly deliberated. Panelists enumerated the numerous potentials inherent in cassava, palm oil, and aquaculture.
Water test. Let us understand. Let's work with data. Any investor hoping to invest in oil palm ecosystem in Delta State, DELCOM is there with all the parameters and things needed to invest in oil palm ready. We currently produce gari, fufu, as it is in our stand, you will find, and cassava flour from our little processing activity. You have what they don't have. So the missing gap is to integrate the smallholder farmers in Delta State, who actually control 80% of the market.
We're able to bring in Chinese technology to drive recirculating aquaculture system. What that means is that we are simply using the same water, we purify it and turn it back into the ponds again to grow both catfish and tilapia.
Energy and ecosystem was another thematic area that was discussed, and the opportunities this sector holds for Delta State was dissected. In his contribution, one of the participants at the summit who spoke on agriculture Agribusiness and Agro-Industry, Chief Nta Benin, harped on the need for Delta State to prioritize investment in fish and poultry production, adding that the two sectors have the capacity of creating massive employment and transforming the state's economy. Also speaking, a Brazilian agro-business investor, Roberto Fonseca, unveiled plans to partner Delta State government to develop a modern cattle and beef value chain that will position the state as a major livestock production hub in Nigeria and neighboring African markets.
When you exercise processing plant, you can get your civil servants. A lady just complained now. That lady who retires, if he has 1,000 birds to raise every 6 weeks, and every 6 weeks he sells 1,000 birds to the processing plant, that is an oil well for her.
Your consumption per capita is 6 kilos per capita a year for every Nigerian. In Brazil, it's 30 kilos. The potential to grow is huge.
In Asaba, Susan Esu, NTA News.
You can watch this news live on our YouTube channel, Nta Benin. We now take a break. News continues shortly. Please stay.
Hear me well. This is one encounter loaded with great expectation. Dr. Lizzie Johnson Suleiman is my name. It's a convergence of women from all around the globe. A generation of women with wisdom, full of grace, full of honor. You shall fulfill destiny. This year, I am inviting you to join me in our International Women Conference 2026, the Mega Fire Ministries International Women Conference, with the team whom the King delights to honor. And the date is the 19th to 21st of August. This August, get ready. God's servants with the ministry live with us. I attack the foundation. I attack the root. I command Satan, you're a liar. Lose your hold. And I know your life will never remain the same again. In gratitude to God for an impactful life, the Apostolic Administrator, priest, and the lay faithful of the Catholic Archdiocese of Benin City wish to announce the transition into glory of our dearly beloved Father, Archbishop Augustine Obiora Kubeze, who rested in the Lord on Thursday, 9th July 2026 at the age of 69. Burial arrangements as follows. Wednesday, August 12, 2026, Vigil Mass at Holy Cross Cathedral, Mission Road, Benin City, time 5 p.m. Thursday, August 13, 2026, Funeral Mass at St. Paul Catholic Church, Airport Road, Benin City, time 10 a.m. prompt. This shall be immediately followed by an interment at the Archbishop Mausoleum, Holy Cross Cathedral, Benin City. May the Lord grant our dear Archbishop a peaceful repose in his heavenly bosom till we meet again. Amen. Signed, Very Reverend Father Dr. Michael Oyanafo, Chairman, Funeral Planning Committee. Reverend Father Dr. Charles Omogiate, Chairman, Publicity Subcommittee, announcers.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Randeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Randeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Randeki Royal Hotel at 6 Henry Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA, Benin City. www.randekihotels.com. Randeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
Bini, answer don't come for transformer wahala. Yes, so no more travel to buy transformer because we Technica don't bring all sizes of brand new electrical transformers, whether na 300 kVA, 500 kVA, different phases for community, streets, business places, church. In fact, anywhere you for need transformer. Hear this, so different concrete mixer don't land for Uyi Technica, including poker vibrator for concrete, reamer for floor, tiller for agricultural use, heat transformer machine for stoning for Uyi Technica, different kind of sewing machine, boku, quality generators of different sizes, small or big Perkins and Mikano, all with quality spare parts, plus grinding machine, welding machine, pepper mill, and more. Come for brand new electrical transformer of different capacity, concrete mixers and more for Uyi Technica, 79, 81 and 83 Mission Road, Benin City, and all Uyi Technica branches. Uyi Technica, quality, affordable products.
Many thanks for staying tuned. The Edo Music Elders Forum is seeking collaboration with the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, to promote African music, preserve cultural heritage, and give greater visibility to legendary music icons. The forum disclosed this during a courtesy visit to the Zonal Director, Nta Benin Network Center, Tenny Ajayi.
Seated here, management of the Nta Benin and members of the Edo Music Elders Forum. The Elders Forum are seeking collaboration with the award-winning station in promoting African music, preserving cultural heritage, and giving visibility to music icons from Edo State and beyond.
Why we are here is to further establish that oneness and brotherhood that's always been there. Musicians and the Television Authority, we are working hand in hand. We are remembering figures like Victor Waifu, Sonny Okosum, Samori Joseph, and so many others. And we want it to be part of this program for us.
We have unanimously agreed that our past musicians have all done so well. A lot of musicians from Edo State here have done so well, and they are not remembered. And we just felt that from now henceforth, every 3 years, we'll come together to remember them.
For the Zonal Director, Nta Benin Network Center, Tenny Ajayi, the initiative is a welcome development and emphasizes the importance of promoting Nigerians' rich musical and cultural heritage.
Indeed, it's been a partnership of great memories and happiness between musicians and NTA. I'd like to appreciate all of you for keeping the flag flying. Yes, NTA is also an entertainment channel, and we have great respect for creative minds in terms of music, because it's part of our way of enriching our program's schedules. So it's a welcome development that you have approached us with this program that you are planning.
The bilateral meeting ended with a commitment to exploring areas of collaboration that will promote African music, preserve the legacies of its pioneer, and inspire younger generations to embrace the continent's rich cultural heritage. In Benin, Joy Egbo, NTA News.
With concerns over rising political violence ahead of the Osun State governorship election, the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, has assured residents of adequate security before, during, and after the poll. Speaking at a stakeholder engagement with civil society organizations on election security, the IGP said the police would deploy a robust security architecture to protect voters, electoral officers, and other stakeholders.
No political ambition is worth the loss of single Nigerian life. Political leaders must prevail on their supporters to reject violence and respect the rules of law. I encourage the people of Osun State to come out peacefully and confidently to cast their votes, because we are going to ensure we keep the city, the state safe for everybody to come out and cast their votes. So I'm appealing to them not to be afraid. Every police officer they see on the streets, every security officer they see on the streets have been deployed to protect them.
The Osun elections is strategically important. It is important because it is the last major election to the 2027 elections. Therefore, it has a lot of significance. And it's a unique opportunity to inspire public trust, not just in the management of the election, but in election security.
The CSOs therefore urged security agencies to remain neutral, resist political interference, and treat all candidates and political actors fairly. Now, the Police Service Commission has handed over 50,000 newly recruited police constables to the Nigerian Police Force for training, making another milestone in effort to strengthen the nation's policing capacity. At the handover ceremony in Abuja, the Commission said the recruitment followed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's directive and complied with all legal requirements. The list of successful candidates was officially transferred to the police for deployment to designated training institutions. Representing the Inspector General of Police, DIG Shakub Mohammed, commended the transparent recruitment process and assured that nationwide training will begin as soon as funds are released. The Ministry of Police Affairs and the PSC Secretary also pressed the credibility of the exercise, describing it as a product of effective collaboration among stakeholders. Now, the Edo State Police Command has declared one success OT male of number 5 Obaredewa Street of Upper Mission Extension, Benin City, missing. Statement from the command's headquarters says his master Chinonso Agbai reported that Success OT left his store at New Benin Market on 31st July 2026 to an unknown destination, and all efforts made to trace him proved abortive. He is 13 years old, 4 feet tall, dark in complexion, without tribal mark, and speaks Igbo and English languages fluently. Anyone with useful information on his whereabouts should report to the nearest police station or call the following numbers: 0703 686 3732, 0912 604 5553. The police control room number on 0913 845 9149 or 0915 355 9174. Similarly, the police command has also declared 26-year-old Dim Ifai, male of Edo Street off Textile Mill Road, missing on account of his wife, Dim Blessing Adele B, who reported that he left home to an unknown destination on August 1, 2026 and since not returned. The statement says Ifai is 6 feet tall, fair in complexion, and also speaks Igbo and English languages fluently. Anyone also with useful information about his whereabouts should report to the nearest police station or call the following numbers: 0907 738 9143, 0803 353 9032, or call the police control room numbers on 0913 845 9149 or 0915 355 9174. You're still watching Nta Benin News at 7. We take another round of messages. Please join us again. Many thanks for staying tuned. And now to sports, where Enojo Adiku brings us stories from the sporting world.
In Oregon, Nigeria's Jessica Orji has made history at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships. The 19-year-old shot putter soared to gold with a breaststroke of 18.08 meters, making her the only competitor to breach the 18-meter mark. Orji dominated the final with a remarkably consistent series, including 4 throws over 18 meters. This victory marks Nigeria's first ever gold medal in a field event at the Under-20 level. The win comes hot on the heels of her silver medal at the Commonwealth Games just days ago, capping off a phenomenal week for the young star. Now to WAFCON 2026. Nigeria's Super Falcons, who are the defending champions, are intensifying preparation and strategizing to secure World Cup slot and continue to work towards winning the championship for the 11th time. Now all eyes turn to Sunday, August 9th, when Nigeria faces Cameroon in the quarterfinals. The prize on the line is massive. A win guarantees a semi-final spot and automatic qualification for the 2027 World Cup in Brazil. From the Europe, teams could still boycott competitions, including the World Cup, as UEFA says FIFA's defense of its president Gianni Infantino changes nothing. The English FA has also sent a letter withdrawing its support for Infantino in reaction to the plan to sell off stakes in the World Cup to private investors. UEFA already said it has lost confidence in Infantino, calling FIFA Forward Enterprise FFE proposal as shabby. In spite of Europe distancing itself from FIFA, Africa passed a vote of confidence in the organization. CAF has backed FIFA's governance leadership amid the proposed FIFA Forward Enterprise FFE. Endorsing the joint update, CAF's executive committee reaffirmed its commitment to transparency, while FIFA admitted to procedural errors and acknowledged that its council and member associations felt excluded. And that does it in Sports Update. I am Enojo Adiku.
And that's the news. Thank you so much for your time. Good evening and stay safe.